So this is a life cycle of applet. There are 5 stages. Applet is initialized, then started, then applet is painted, or whatever the function we have to perform over here, that we can say applet is painted, then applet is stopped, and applet is destroyed. As I told you yesterday, these two are the initialization and destroy. That happens only once. Okay, so once it has initialized, it will be running over there. If you are minimizing that window, whichever window your HTML page, the applet code is running. If you're minimizing that, then it will be stopped. Okay, but when you are closing that window, the applet is destroyed. Okay, so these are the, and whenever whatever the function it is happening, suppose it is doing addition or conversion or painting. So this is just for example, applet is painted. You can write anything, means whatever the function it's supposed to perform, that will be happening over here in the applet is painted. The remaining things are like these two are, it happens only once. These three things be running continuously. Okay, once it is started means whenever you maximize that window, it will start running over there. Whenever you minimize that window, it will be stopped. Okay, and whenever you are closing the window of that HTML page, it will be destroyed. Okay, so I think it's clear. The same thing I have mentioned it over here. Then we have seen the simple program of the applet. So as I told you, these two libraries we have to, or these two packages we have to include, java dot small applet dot applet, or just you can put the asterisk sign over here. It includes all the classes from this package. Okay, then import java dot awt dot graphics. Okay, then hello world class extends applet. So that is like a public class hello world extends applet. So in this function, what I am writing, it is a public void paint graphics G. Okay. So uh, this public class hello world, that is my class name, which extends applet, and graphics G. These things you have studied already in the fundamentals of Java programming, right? And this G, I am considering it as a G dot draw string hello world. So whatever I want to put it into that string or onto that applet, small applet. So that I am writing over here hello world, and it will be starting. This is your int x and int y. So int x indicates that 20 pixels from the x-axis and 20 pixels from the y-axis. So at that position, you are writing the word or whatever the string you want to print onto the screen. That will be printing it over here. That is called as a hello world. Okay. So so this is a simple applet program, but there is a one thing that if you are running, so this is a void draw string, this is a syntax to write this. But after running this program, what will happen that we have not included the applet code into that, or applet tag into that. So it will not understand that this is the applet program. Okay, so it will not run over there, it will throw an error. So that we are supposed to consider it while after writing this applet code. Okay, so that is called as a applet tag. So we should include this applet tag into our program. So that will be in the comment section itself. Okay, though it is in the comment section, the while reading the program, while executing that program, the software or that Eclipse which we are using, it will understand that this is the applet program, and it will run that applet, and it will show you the output in the applet window. Okay, so for that we are supposed to write this applet tag. So how to write this applet tag? Applet code is equal to whichever the class you have created, the same class name you are supposed to write it over here, width and height. So that values you can change it. Here for example 200 width will be there and height is 60. So that small window we are creating over here. Suppose I want to create a big window, you can change the number of pixels, that width and height values you can change, and then close that applet and close this comment box also. Okay, so this is the way to write that applet tag. Once you have written this applet tag, it will understand that, so the class which we are creating, this is the applet class. Okay, so the hello world extends applet, this also we have to write, and inside this class we have written the previous program as it is, g dot draw string hello world 20 comma 20. So once you write this program, it will run the applet code, applet viewer hello world. So this is for the command prompt. If we are not running into the command prompt, we have the software over here, Eclipse. So directly if I press the button run, it will show you the output. It will create the this window of pixel size 200 is the width and 60 is the height of that window. So whatever the pixels width and height you are mentioning in your applet code, the same applet window it will be created over here. And into that also, where this hello world will get printed, it will get printed 20 pixels from the left side and 20 pixels from the top. Okay, so that is my int x and int y. I hope it is clear. Okay, there will be questions related to this in your viva also, so be clear with this. So 20 pixels from the left side and 20 pixels from the top. So that is the position where I'm writing this string hello world. Okay, so till here we have finished yesterday. So applet cycle we have seen. So the same one just for the initialization, which all the classes we can, which all the functions we can call it into our applet program. Same program I have written over here, import java.awt, the asterisk sign. So whenever you are putting this asterisk sign, it dot asterisk means it will include all the classes from that package. Okay, we don't have to mention particularly which class we want. So just put the asterisk sign, it will consider all the classes. So that will make say easier our work. So import java.applet, again dot asterisk sign. So here, as I mentioned already, the applet code is that applet tag is required. So applet code, applet skeleton. Okay, so the class which we are using in our program, the same class name you have to mention it over here. Width is this, height is this, and close that applet tag. Okay, all these things, the applet tag you have to mention it into the command section. Okay, then public class, that applet class name, the class which we have written extends applet. Okay, this is required, we have to write it as a extends applet. Then all these are the that public void init, so it will initialize. Public void start, it will start or resume the execution. Public void stop means it will stop the execution. Public void destroy, and public void paint. Okay, so this is just for understanding purpose, we have not done anything into this. Just these are the different functions which we can write it in our program and close that class. That's it. Okay. Now, what is the applet tag? As Mahesh has asked yesterday, which things we can write it into this applet tag? So the detail, the applet tag, the details of this applet tag is over here. So yesterday it was just for your understanding purpose. So there are different things which we can add it into our applet tag. So so the applet, the attribute 1, attribute 2, attribute 3, parameter name, and the value parameter 2. Let's see what is happening over here. So we can write the code. It is used to specify the name of the applet class. Okay, then width and height. These three things we have seen already. Okay, the width is used to specify the width of the applet display area, and the height. The it is used to display the height of the applet display area. So here I have mentioned applet code. Okay, applet one. So this is your class name. Width is 400 and height is 400, and then close that applet tag. Okay, so width and height is those two things we have mentioned. Again, we can mention that code base also, which is used to specify the location at which the applet code or the class is available. So these things are not mandatory things. If we want to add, we can add. Okay, but these three things are mandatory whenever we are mentioning the applet tag. I hope it's clear that applet code, your class name, the width and height. These three things are mandatory whenever we are writing the applet tag. But the remaining things, which I'm going to mention it right now, those are not mandatory. But if you want to wish, if you want to add it in your program, we can put it over there. So the first thing is a code base, which is used to specify the location at which the applet code is available. So http mywebsite.com, some folder name, and inside some folders if you have put all those things, you can mention it over there. Then the name, okay, which is used to specify the name of the applet, which is useful in distinguish one applet from the another when there are multiple applets in the same web page. Okay, so suppose I have one web page, and onto the yesterday I have shown you that Java T point. So there were many applets were running at a time. So different advertisements were there at a time. So we have to mention about the width and height of some specific applet. So it might not happen that all the applets will have the same height and width. Okay, so suppose I am considering this is applet 1, width and height is 400 by 400, and the name of that applet is first applet. Okay, so that will be for the first applet. Suppose I want to run one more applet into the same HTML page, I will mention their second applet, or whatever the name do you want to write, that you can put it over there. Okay, so that name of the applet also we can mention into that. Then H space, we have mentioned over there the width and height of that applet. Okay, but where we want to put it, suppose this is complete my HTML page is there, where am I supposed to get that applet? Okay, so that also we can mention it over there. H space means horizontal space, vertical space, and alignment. Okay, all these three things also we can mention. Means H space means horizontal space is at the 50th pixel, vertical space is at the 50th pixel, and alignment to display the area with respect to the HTML page, so it should be at the top or bottom or at the middle. Okay, so all these things we can mention it over there. Okay, let's open one way page so that it will be easy for you to understand what I'm trying to tell. As I told you yesterday, this is very interesting website. HTML, all the material related to your Java programming, it is available over here. Actually, not only Java, though the name is Java T point, he has covered everything, all the languages he has covered. See, here you can see. Suppose this advertisement, or this is not advertisement. Suppose this advertisement. So HSBC one advertisement is there, one more advertisement is running over here, something like that. So on the one page itself, suppose I want to put a number of applets. So we can write it over there that at which position. So this is suppose at the right side. Okay, so I will say that alignment is at the right, and from something from this, suppose this is HSBC, this advertisement, this applet is running over here. Suppose it is from the 200 pixel, and 200 pixel from the top, and 200 pixel from the left side. So it will be running at this position, and the width and height again you can mention for that applet. Okay, suppose it is 800 by 200 pixel. So that we can mention, but where am I supposed to put that applet, that also we can mention it by using this H space, that is your horizontal space, vertical space, and the alignment. Okay, so it will be starting at the 50th pixels from the left side, 50th pixels from the top, and the width and height of that will be 400 by 400. Okay, but I think it's clear. If you're not understanding, let me know afterwards. I will repeat it once again. Okay, so that was the thing for related to the applet tag. Okay, so which things we can add it into the applet tag? These three things are compulsory. So the applet code, your class of that applet, width and height, it is mandatory to mention it over there. Then the code base, and then the edge space, horizontal, vertical space, and the alignment. So these are the remaining things which are not mandatory, but if you want to wish, you can mention it over there.